Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making the 7 wonders of the world. And let's go ahead and start with the pyramids. So for these, I'm just going to be using some primitives and shape them into a pyramid shape. And then once I have that, I'll add decorations and bricks and other things. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I have some 2 simple pyramids that I will be adding details to. Let's go ahead and paint them because they don't really look like pyramids right now. Okay, I will now add little textures. I actually used these primitives of pyramids and I just use those instead of having to make this tip up here, which would be very hard. Yeah, I'm gonna add some little details so it doesn't just look boring. So I will tilt them like this and then make them size down and then add something like this. So just something like that, and then paint them a slightly different color like that, and that just adds a lot of detail. I'll go ahead and do this to the 2 pyramids. Okay, I just finished the pyramids. They don't look the best, but they also don't look the worst. I'm sure I'll probably improve the rest of the pyramids that I do, but these aren't too bad. I'm gonna try to make one of those statues that you see in Egypt. I don't know what they're called, but I'm gonna try to make one. Okay, so I finished this, and I went ahead and made some lanterns and extended the path a bit, and this is what I got. I got this nice little, I don't really know what you call it, but I made that, and then I'm gonna extend both ways and make a roller coaster. So I'm gonna keep on extending the path until I get over here. Okay, now I got to make a queue path because I'm gonna make these 2 junior coasters. I'll go ahead and make that. Okay, so it is actually the next day now. I went ahead and added some decoration for my rides, and they are mostly done. I'm probably just going to color them, like actually color the trains, and then I should be done. But I also want to add some stuff like these, like I added this on this one and that, and I want to add some of that stuff on this ride as well as continue it on this ride. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these 2 roller coasters and then I'll be done with this. Guys, real quick, shout out to this guy. He's a subscriber. If you guys are subscribed, you might be in one of these videos in the future. when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm gonna make a big competition with like 10 people in it to see who can make the best roller coaster. I'll also be looking for judges. If you want to participate in this, please subscribe and go to the post that I made. Okay, so it has been a long time, like 4 hours. I have added so much, and this is just the first roller coaster. We first start with a chain lift with a catwalk up to this, and then over here to where it goes around and back into the station. I added this little room where you can walk in and stuff. But it's time to see the other ride. Okay, it's finally time. So this is what I have done in that time. So 4 hours just to add all of this stuff. It rolls out of the station into this chain lift that goes really slow, so it's almost like you're stopped waiting for the launch. And I have a switch track here to switch trains out that doesn't actually work, but it at least adds some realism. I have custom supports on both rides. I have custom supports with the lantern there. It goes into over here with some more custom supports and goes onto the pyramid, which this, and then this custom support, which I really like, and then it goes into this corkscrew, into this other very nicely placed custom support, into this little kind of cave thing, over to this massive rocky section that I actually put detail on these little rocks behind these rocks, and then it goes into the station again. I added an exit, and it goes up here, over, and down, and then you can exit right where you would enter. Let's go check out the POV of this roller coaster. Okay, let's go on this ride. If you see me doing this at all, it's Theme Park Tycoon's new bug. It's very annoying, but I'll try to not do it. So we first go into that slow chain lift, into the launch, into this, I don't know what to call it, and then do a corkscrew down through these rocks, kind of in a little canyon ravine, over this twist near miss, and into the station. Let's look a little closer into the custom supports. For these custom supports, I've put a nice hexagon, I think you call it, into this beam which connects to the track with a little triangle piece on the top. And over here, this is probably my favorite custom support that I built. It's just very, very complex. My second favorite is probably this one over here. I really like it because it's got the lantern on it, of course, and it also extends over here. It might be a little overdone, but I really don't care. But this is probably my second favorite because of course, the lantern. The path is gonna continue over through here, which is gonna be very nice. I think we've already went in here. Of course, the switch tracks, they look very nice. But yeah, I think this is overall a pretty nice ride. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing or even liking. It helps out a lot. And like I said, I'm gonna be having a huge competition, 10 people who can make the best build at 100 subscribers. Winner gets 1,000 Robux, and just help the channel grow to 100 subscribers. And once you do, you might have a chance to be in that video and maybe win 1,000 Robux. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode.